You know, I got this girl who booked my services yesterday. I've taken her permission to share this. Now, this girl has a profile on a few online dating websites, and she even has on Tinder. Okay. Now the funny thing is, this girl is not ugly, huh? This girl is not ugly, and she's pretty attractive, young. But her concern was that the relationships she was getting were all ending up in a really bad way. Like the guys would show that they love and this and that, and once she would get close, and then it would only be they wanted sex, and after the sex, after some time, then they treat her like shit. So she really wanted to know my opinion as to what's the problem with this online dating, this problem with this Tinder. So as usual, I like to analyze. I check data. I don't just give words of wisdom like a Sadguru. Okay, show me your profile, show me your messages, show me your Facebook, show me your this, show me that, show me what photographs you put, show me what videos you put. In her case, she was not the promiscuous type who was showing a bikini bra, shaking her bum and showing her body parts, and the sexual innuendos. You show positive words, believe in yourself, but you're showing a bum. Or no, she didn't have an educated girl, but in the emotional department she was lacking. And finally I realized what she was doing wrong. See, the thing is, she based all her relationships on online dating and online relationships. That means the starting part of the connection was the internet, and she couldn't understand the psychology of men or boys. See, I'll tell you this. When a guy, I'll give you the example, pre-internet Tinder days, social media days, and now. Before the internet and before the these online dating apps and platform, a guy, if he had to approach a girl, he couldn't just go, hey, hi, how are you? No, he couldn't say that, because if he said, the girl would, excuse me, do I know you? A guy couldn't say, he couldn't come and just talk to you. He had to do it slowly. He had to work his way around. And for a girl, he had to choose a girl and then work his way around it. And the biggest problem was the risk of being rejected, the risk of being embarrassed, the risk of being, humiliated in front of everyone, your friends, your family, your society. There are so many variables. So a guy really had to work hard. And this would go on for weeks, days, weeks, months, even years. I know some guys who were chasing a girl for 11 years. 11, huh? Just let that sink in. This is a pre-internet, pre-Tinder days. Today, a guy whose personality is no better than a baby's soiled underwear, soiled diaper. Okay. They'll look like a frog. They'll smell like a pig. They'll behave even worse than an animal. But these very guys who are social, disasters, in the real world, they wouldn't be able to survive even a second. So they would lock themselves in the room. But today, because of the internet, the same character can send 500 to 1,000 girls DMs, direct messages. He can send like. All he has to do is like. It's so fucking easy. He doesn't have to work hard. He doesn't have to earn their respect. He doesn't have to. In fact, why do you think so many guys create fake profiles and say, show me your bobs, your vagin? Why do they send dick pics? Because They are doing it behind a fake profile. They can hide. There's no repercussions. So when there are no repercussions, there's no like responsibility, there's no price to pay. Fuck, you can bring out the dark side in you. You can just say, do you want to fuck? I want to have sex, or I want to see you naked, or I want to do this, I want to do that. In the real world, you could never do that. Today you can. You know, in my WhatsApp groups, I have multiple. These boys who are there, oh fuck, they act like heroes. They're like, hey motherfucker, what do you think of yourself? You know, your father, your mother, you're this, you're that. Sometimes they argue. They are experts in so many fucking subjects. They are like, they'll advise you on cryptocurrencies, commodities. They'll talk to you about politics. They will literally argue with even people who are 50 or 60 years old. The funny thing is, they will argue with people who are millionaires, who are businessmen, who are finance controllers, who are general managers, who are directors in some of my groups. I keep my VIP clients separate, but some of them like to be in these other groups without revealing their identity. They like to see what today's generation would say. And these boys are having a field day. Just imagine an 18-year-old or 20-year-old who earns less than $300 a month. $300 a month. He's arguing with a guy who earns $30,000 a month. Okay, just let that sink in. And they will talk with him. But if you see him in real life, the guy can't even afford a sandwich. The guy can't even go to McDonald's and buy forget a full meal, a happy meal. Because I'm not saying just because he's poor, because he doesn't have anything going for him. His career is zero. His social life is zero. His friends are zero. He lives in a zero, they're saying. His education is zero. He is zero. But online he is a fucking unbelievable guy. You know the number of comments I get sometimes. Hey, who the fuck you think you are and all that. And later on I come to know these are the piddly little kids. Some of them are fucking labor class workers who don't even earn what I earn in a fucking hour. They don't earn in a month. But online they are fucking great. These very same people are on Tinder. The reason why so many guys are online, so many guys, because you can do a lot of things and not face rejection, which is very painful, not be humiliated, which is very painful, not be exposed, which is horrible, not be known, because that can be a career suicide. So in the safety of this thing, your home and app, before, in a day, if you even were invited to a place where there was one girl, it would be luck. In a week, you could only afford to meet one girl per week because you're working the whole day, a whole week. Here, in 1 hour, 1,000 girls' profiles you can like, hey babes, how are you? Copy paste the same fucking thing everywhere. I know one guy, he writes poems and he sends it to 1,000 girls every day. Even he came to me for advice. Same line, just he changes the name. I know there are some guys who are searching for a marriage partner. They literally send, they have like in 10 websites or 20 websites, different websites. They've taken the full annual membership and same copy paste message to everybody. See, the problem here is these very same guys, they have not worked hard to understand the person. They have not worked hard to know the environment, the challenges. There is no, I mean, it's like watching a movie. A movie, one is where there is a story and there is ups and downs and laughter and joy and singing, and finally that moment comes where they have sex, which is so beautiful and meaningful. That is one. Another one is like watching a porno. Meet the girl, rip her clothes off, start fucking. I mean, in which one would there be an emotional bond? Which one would there be meaning and substance? Which one would there be some form of, longevity? I told this girl, you need to get out of this. It's not going to work. The only girls who are in this are the ones who have just lost the very essence of life. And for them, it's come down to a mechanical of, let's fuck, next day, bye-bye. I said, you'll not have a meaningful relationship in this. And even if there is, it'll be for a few days or weeks. Because that guy who did this with you, he'll be doing this when he's not around you for, the next couple of weeks or days or months. And when he finds the next best thing, bye-bye to you. And because a new relationship is more fun, anticipation, excitement. Why do you think there are so many guys who are addicted to these dating websites and marriage websites? And this is the problem with online relation. The confidence that it gives you of being able to swipe and send 1,000 girls DMs and share dick pics and ask for show me your nudes, and given this OnlyFans and all that shit, it has totally fucking objectified men and women. Men and women and relationships have become nothing but, it's just become just like masturbate. Like my friend used to say, mutual masturbation. You meet, masturbate, okay, let's fuck, bye-bye. What is OnlyFans? Same thing, right? I don't know you, you don't know me. Give me some money, I'll show you what you want to see. I'll do what you want to do. How different is it to prostitution? It's no different, right? The rise of this Tinder, the rise of these dating apps, the rise of OnlyFans, it has lost the essence of having a meaningful relationship. Even for girls, I'll tell you, girls nowadays, they are busy comparing the best of the best of the best. Social media, this guy to this guy, this person, this businessman to that businessman. Oh, he's a fighter, okay, this fighter to that. And then they start comparing. Oh, my ex was better than this. Oh, my ex knew how to make love to me. Oh, my ex knew how to treat me better. So, because now so many sausages have entered so many parts of your body, you have a variety of sausages to, oh, this one with this one. Oh, this one, cooking, he was good. Fucking, he was good. Using the tongue, he was good. Treating me with respect, he was good. They want the character of Christ, the wallet of Elon Musk, the looks of Chris Hemsworth, the physique of, a model with six-pack. They want everything perfection. And they want a gentleman. But females, they are not perfect. They might have a good face, good body. They might have a successful career. They might even have money. But then why they are single? No, I couldn't find the right one. You're so special. You're so amazing. 1 billion out of 3, let's take 6 billion population. 3 billion, let's assume, is men. 3 billion men, you couldn't find one. Huh? You must be like, wow, yeah. You must be the rarest female on the planet. Loy, I didn't have time. Justify, feel good. Keep justifying to yourself. The problem with having a head, no? We human beings, we like to bullshit with ourselves. And we continue bullshitting until we bullshit ourselves to our grave to feel happy. See? But an outsider who is not emotionally attached can see the destructive pattern. See, remember, we as human beings, we are not meant to be alone. We always want someone. If we were meant to be alone, then solitary confinement should have been perfect for us. We need human interaction. We need human engagement. We need human affection, love, physical needs, mental, emotional, all of it. Okay? So don't give that bullshit. For those people who are single, They are single because of their actions, their doing, their choices. And they don't want to admit their imperfections. No, they are perfect. Everything about them is perfect. But the other gender, everything is wrong. You can convince yourself and put yourself to your grave with this. But the world knows better. But like, psychologists, psychiatrists, even people, even parents, even me, even coaches, you realize talking to this person is like hitting your head on the wall. Don't waste your time. Just say yes, yes. Whatever you say is right. Yeah. You paid me the money. Okay, thank you. Bye. This is the problem of today's Tinder and online dating apps and all that. The false sense of security, the false sense of confidence. That is why online, those heroes who are online, big heroes, no? Real life, they are zeros. Why do you think I always put? Just a fucking keyboard warrior, man. Online, you're great. Real life, you're nothing. And I'll tell you, it's a fact, real life. You see these people's person, even females, they put this amazing filter and an amazing video and they look, perfection. I told you, I know this Thai girl. Fuck, if you look at her, she looks like a Japanese doll. She looks amazing. I was like, wow, I have to meet her. When I met her, the female has multiple surgeries on her face you can make out. And she walks like a fucking hatchback, I don't know what, like a hatchback car, like in a hunch. Her voice is nasaled. And it's very clear that she's very unhappy. But online, fuck, oof. She looks like a model. She looks like a, one of those Victoria's Secrets females. See, I'll tell you, this might be painful, but you need to get the fuck out of Tinder and these online apps. It's just a fake world that gives you fake sense of confidence and everything is fake. It's like a virtual reality game. When you get out of it and you come, you're like back to your normal. For those men and women who are single, the problem is you. The problem is you, what you're doing, your choices. Now, I know some of you say, Loy, but I don't have a Tinder. Loy, I don't have a dating website. Yeah, then the problem is you, your character, your personality, your behavior, your choices, your way of thinking. If I had remained the Loy Macedo of the past, today I wouldn't settle down. I wouldn't have such a different life. In the past, I used to justify with no, there's no true love. All girls are bitches and people don't understand me and this and that. But the day I decided, okay, I'm 40 years old. Time is catching up. Can't lie anymore. When I decided to sincerely and genuinely accept self-realization and get into self-awareness and really, really make the effort to change, to accept personal responsibility, to work hard. It was not easy. It took time. Well, finally I see the fruits of labor. The Loy that I was even 5-6 years ago, man, and the person that I'm today, miles fucking apart. So this is the problem of online dating and online apps and online. If you honestly ask me, if you're not making a living out of it, switch it fucking off and start meeting people real. Go out and play real. Study real. Everything real. Work real. Not everything fucking online. E-commerce. I will do e-commerce business. I will do online consulting. I'll do this online, that online. Lightning. I know you'll say, Loy, what about you? Before I got online, from the age of 20 till I think 36, not 36, 38, until nearly 40, 16 till 40, I was in the real world. There was no Tinder, there was no online, there was nothing. So my foundation is strong. And through that, I'm giving you. That is why none of my advice is taken from books and this and course material and all that shit. Real stuff. Real stuff, which I've done, the mistakes I've done. And that's how I can guide people. Anyway, wanted to share this with you. Put your comments down below. Let me know what do you think. Do you think I'm right? Do you think I'm wrong? This will be a very interesting conversation to have. Alright? You guys take care. It's me signing off.